Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Rick, and today I'm bringing you a bit of a different video than I normally do. I'm gonna be giving tips on Pokemon Unite. It's a game, we all know it came out fairly recently, and not everyone is necessarily on the same level of playing, and knowledge for the game. Some people have much more of an advantage. They played League, they played Smite, etc. So they know the terminology, they know a general idea of what to do. Some people haven't played any of that, but they know of it. So they have less than them, but still more than the average Pokemon player, for example. Never played a MOBA, they have absolutely no idea what any of this is. So I'm here to try to give a little bit of tips. One tip right here for the very beginning: these two A-bombs. There's the top lane, center lane, and bottom lane. If you're in the top and the bottom lane, you can go for these A-bombs. Center, or also referred to as jungle. Don't go for the A-bombs, and instead go for the Lillipup or the A-bomb that's right here. This is what you're going to want to go for. But the same statement is going for the top and bottom. Don't go for the Lillipup, and also don't go for the two Corphish. Because if you go for those Corphish, whoever's in jungle is going to severely struggle. We'll say, for example, right now, my teammate, the Snorlax, took away my Corphish. I'm gonna be level 4. Look at this. Well, you get the idea, though. This Snorlax isn't, Oh, look, see, there you go. This will be the outcome for your jungler. Very likely to be. Zeraora, I know you might be thinking, oh, but Zeraora is busted. He is strong. But let's say your enemy team has Zeraora. They got to get all of their Pokemon into jungle lane. Their Zeraora is going to be astronomically better than your Zeraora already. Another thing for early game, while on the topic. The most important thing for early game is for you to farm. Get as many wild Pokemon as you can, and just, raise your level as high as you can. If you don't, the level advantage could be something... How many times did I press? It could be something like this. And then this is going to be the outcome. Right here. Well, thanks, Snorlax. But this will be generally the outcome. The Snorlax would not be running away. You'd actually be, making sure I get slaughtered. Come on. Like this. You don't want that. Because leading onto that, the less you farm, it's very likely because you're trying to get kills on the enemy opponent. It is important to get kills. However, if the enemy team is a higher level than you, or you are outweighed, don't do this. Don't try to. I'm gonna choose a more offensive Pokemon next time, but don't try to push on him. All you're gonna keep doing by pushing on him repeatedly, non-stop, is giving him more levels, feeding him. And that's going to make it harder for you to beat him, going to make it harder for your teammates to beat him, and you just, well. Right there, it's Rotom. Rotom did all the work. A real player would have retreated already, gotten their health back, and they wouldn't have gotten killed right there. And to top it all off, they're very likely to have teammates, and just don't feed. Get your levels up. Get your levels up so that then it's more like this. You'll have a level advantage against the enemy team, and Snorlax isn't here. But you'll have a level advantage against the enemy team, and all those kills that you were wanting to get. Okay, well. Like, look at this. Already a huge difference, isn't there? Well, the targeting system has work needed to be done, but you get the idea. That Snorlax health disappeared right there. You wouldn't be able to do that if you don't level up. So that's very important to do. Another thing to keep in mind, always make sure you know where your teammates are and where your opponents are. Let's say right there in bottom lane, there's only one teammate. Actually, I'm gonna change what I'm saying. You see how the Snorlax got Rotom right now? If this was a real game, me leaving that Rotom at like 10 HP was not a good idea. If I was gonna leave him because of health, very quickly go get the citrus berry and then go back and kill him. What ended up happening, I let the Snorlax get him and then Snorlax do it. Okay, well, he didn't do it, but he would have scored, gotten 40 points, and then there we go. That's another disadvantage to my team. Keep in mind where everyone is at all times. If your bottom lane has only one person and you see there's 4 people at the top, unless there's 5 people at the top, or 5 or 4 at the top, don't stay there. If it's 3 and there's 4 people here, one of the 4 should head to the bottom. Otherwise, those... Okay, that's math. It's at 3 people are at the top. Yes, you have the number advantage, but they have the number advantage at the bottom. Depending on who your teammate is that's at the bottom, they might be struggling. If you see that they're not struggling, you see, oh, they're popping off, they're getting all these kills, they're scoring. As long as it's still the 1v2, the same 1v2, then you can leave them. But if you see, okay, my teammate keeps getting killed on this 1v2, head down there and help him out. If not, what's gonna happen is slowly but surely you're gonna lose the bottom caps, and the enemy team's gonna be getting more points, and then the top is slowly gonna start losing the advantage that you have, and the top is gonna get the kills on you guys. See, I see Rotom spawn. I don't see Snorlax here, so it's fine. I saw Snorlax was over here. I can check and see real quick. Okay, he has the level advantage. Eject button right there. And now with Zapdos here, as we saw, Snorlax has the level advantage right now. It didn't show any like difference. This is essentially what you're gonna want to do. If your team's at a disadvantage, you're gonna want to wait for the enemy team to whittle down right there. Just check slowly right here, like, okay, Snorlax is doing damage. Okay, I see Zapdos. We're gonna pretend Zapdos is almost dead. Or let's say their enemy team is almost dead. Right here, there we go. Take advantage and just start going on killing. Pretend I'm actually killing him. That's what you're gonna want to do. Never let your teammates, or no, if you want your teammates to get Zapdos, never let your enemies get Zapdos. If you're winning drastically, let's say it says you have a huge lead. I forgot you can't check points. If it says you have a huge lead, what you want to do in this situation, don't immediately go for Zapdos unless your whole team is there, to be able to easily cap Zapdos right then and there. Because if your whole team is not there, you run the risk of getting the Zapdos low, and then you think oh, I'm about to get him, and then this is what's gonna happen. Well, thanks. That's what you want to do. What the Snorlax did, that's what you want to do. Right there, if that Zapdos was low, I would have stolen him from the Snorlax right then and there. And after all the hard work he did. So what you want to do is stay like around this area, but for your enemy team. You'll want to be guarding Zapdos as much as you can. Dang, I lost some practice. Pity. See? Game sense. If I had known, I should have scored. I should be paying attention. I didn't pay attention and I lost. It's all about paying attention to the map and knowing when to push and when not to push. It's not the easiest thing to get a good grasp of. I struggle with it at times too. But if you can at least get a general idea of when you should go push, try to get the kills and all that, you'll already see an improvement. If you see yourself constantly dying to the enemy, constantly saying to yourself, oh man, I got 2v1'd, but why am I getting 2v1'd so much? Man, they were so close to dying, I almost caught them. That might be an indication that you are pushing a bit too aggressively, leading to all those deaths. On the other hand, if you see yourself playing an attacker or a speedster, and you keep saying to yourself, wow, I am constantly getting low kill games. How do people get these like 10, 15 plus kill games? It could be that you don't push enough. A good way to take a measure for early game on whether you should push them or not. Is it a 2v2? If yes, who has lower health? Combine your opponents or combine your teammates? You and your teammate. If it's the opponents, try to push and you might be able to get the kill. If it's you, immediately fall back. There is a chance that you could get the kill, but you are running a risk that you don't have to take. And it is 80 times out of 100, it is better to not take the risk than for you to risk it and then, oh, well, here I am, I died again. Never risk it if you don't have to. Because if you do, oh, well, I'm just gonna risk it this one time. Oh, it didn't work? Bummer. Okay, let me risk it this one other time. I know it didn't work. Bummer. 3 times, you just gave them 2 levels. You don't want to do that. That is feeding. On the other hand, though, there are times, especially with the later game, you're gonna want to push them, even if it means you're sacrificing yourself. At times, you're gonna want to do that. Let's say it is decided by you and your enemy team both have 1 goal zone left. Your partner has 50 points and they're behind you. You see there's only 1 enemy right there. If the distance is not too far from you and your partner, push on the opponent and try to get their health low enough, or maybe even get the kill. If you can get the kill, that's best case scenario. If not, get them roughly 50-25% health. Use your ult if needed. Remember, this is late game. For mid game and early game, don't take the risk as much. But for late game, it would be much better. They can get the kill, or you get the kill. That's another 50 points, which will turn into 100 because of the double points. Another thing, before I forget now, I almost forgot. For late game, don't farm. It is important to be higher leveled, yes. But if you're farming in the late game, you're running the risk of your teammates losing team fights or your opponents scoring. And it has to. This goes back to the knowing where everyone is at all times. Earlier today, I was in a match where it was the last 2 minutes, so there was double points, and a teammate of mine I see on the map. I couldn't make it in time, even if I recalled. I see that there's a Greninja going to score. They were at the Ludicolo. My teammate was at the Ludicolo, and Greninja was right there. They didn't stop. They kept farming the Ludicolo, and the Greninja scored 84 points. They had plenty of time to stop him, and if I'm not mistaken, that actually did cost the game. So again, map awareness is crucial. If you find yourself struggling on this game, don't go to ranked yet. Go to standard or go to quick battle, and then work on any of your characters that you like to use, and try to get like that under control. Try one match where first you're paying more attention to, okay, my teammate is here, enemies here, and try to like keep a mental note of where everyone is. Next match, try to farming. Like, try to keep in mind, okay, I need a farm. Oh, my teammate is in trouble. Let me help them real quick, and then let me go back to farming. Third match, work on your offensive pressure after that. For supports and defense, by the way, you can put off offensive pressure as well without needing to get the kills, if that makes any sense. For Snorlax, for example, one thing that I've seen a lot of Snorlax using is they'll heavy slam to the opposite side of the enemy and then use block to push someone away, like to the rest of their teammates. Like, I fought one earlier today. He blocked me into an enemy Machamp, and because of the stun lock, I couldn't get out of it. I died. He put off the offensive pressure, counting on his teammate to get the kill, and well, he did. Which honestly was pretty clever. But yeah, so there's ways you can put off the offensive pressure without being the offense. That part has more to do with knowing your characters though, and that I'll go into like more for like if I'm gonna do like Talonflame tip video, Greninja tips videos. Some of them I can't give very well tips as I'm either not good, haven't played them, or potentially even both. Can't seem to think of any more tips, but if there's anything you're wanting specific tips on after this video, or you're not super sure of, you can let me know down in the comments, and I will try my best either to record another video and cover that, or if it's something just really quick, I'll respond to you in the comments and let you know. But until next time, that's gonna be all for this video, and hope y'all have a great day. Adios.